New York.
Eyewitness News at 6.
Good evening, everyone. Our top story, dogs and divers were brought out today near the Nassau-Duval County line, but still no sign of a missing mother.
Lori McCray was last seen about a week ago, leaving work and heading toward a West Side shopping center. We have team coverage tonight on the search for McCray and the search for answers.
We begin with Eyewitness News reporter Robin Saran, who is joining us live from Dinsmore. Robin?
Tom and Deb, I'm at Dinsmore Park, where a rather massive search was conducted today for Lori McCray, but tonight there is still no sign of the missing woman. Two divers went into the frigid water at Dinsmore Park searching for Lori McCray. Canines had led police to a very narrow portion of the pond, but the divers could find nothing. The bloodhounds were brought out again, going through a way around the park and also up to the water's edge. Police obtained some of McCray's clothing from her home so the dogs could try to pick up her scent. The divers then went back to work. Along with a small boat, they dragged the river looking for any sign. The tip that led police here in the first place proved futile, at least for today. It was a tip that brought police here tonight. They are still hoping for any new information or new clues. If you have any information, you're asked to call Homicide or Crime Watch. We're live at Dinsmore. I'm Robin Saran.
Thank you, Robin.
Investigators say the man who allegedly stole McCray's car and automatic teller card should have been in prison at the time.
The police search near Dinsmore that we told you about at the top of the news has just found a body.
We're going to go back to Robin Saran, who's been live at the scene. Robin?
Tom and Deb, I've moved locations not of long distance from where we were just a short while ago. We are still in Dinsmore in a remote area at the end of a cul-de-sac, and just a few moments ago, literally, police found a body. Joining us right now is homicide detective Jim Parker. Can you confirm, and what can you tell us?
Well, right now we can confirm that there has been a body found down there. It appears to be a female. We have no identity. Right now we're waiting for FDLE, and we're going to be working it throughout the evening.
All right, thank you very much for joining us. Again, a body has been discovered within the last 5-10 minutes or so. A young boy was riding his bike around this area. He actually came up to us, told us about it. We called homicide detectives, and they responded to the scene. Again, believed to be a woman's body discovered in a remote area in Dinsmore. Homicide detectives on the scene. Florida Department of Law Enforcement will be processing the scene. We'll have more information as soon as it becomes available.
Robin, for somebody who's just tuning in, the police were conducting this search in connection with the disappearance of Lori McCray, even though they have not identified this body. Is that correct?
They were conducting a search in the area. They had gotten a tip earlier today that perhaps her body was in this area. Again, at this point, they have not identified the body that was discovered here tonight. They are in that process of gathering information and trying to determine that at this moment.
And Robin, can you say, where did that tip come from? What led police to that area?
I cannot say. Police did not give us that information earlier. Again, this young boy, about a 14-year-old boy who lives in the area, had seen our newscast at 5 o'clock, rode his bike around this area, and discovered the body and came and told us. We then immediately called homicide detectives who responded to the scene. And again, a body was discovered here within just the past few moments.
Thank you very much, Robin. Robin, of course, will keep us updated as developments warrant, and we'll have a full report on Eyewitness News Night Beat at 11. Lori McCray's husband tells Eyewitness News in an exclusive interview there is some relief this evening now that her accused killer is charged with murder.
Good evening, everyone. Our top story, David Wyatt Jones is in custody on first-degree murder in the death of that missing postal employee, Lori McCray.
Lori McCray's body has not been found, but prosecutors say they have enough evidence to go ahead with their case. Eyewitness News reporter Robin Saran is joining us now from the news center with the story. Robin?
Tom and Deb, 36-year-old David Wyatt Jones was indicted for first-degree murder, robbery, and kidnapping. Prosecutors are expected to seek the death penalty. The new charges were filed against David Wyatt Jones this afternoon. Mr. Jones, did you kill Lori McCray?
Man, I'm innocent. They got the wrong man. They won't even look for the right man. They won't look for the right man.
Who's the right man?
I don't know who he is.
But prosecutors said they had enough evidence to take the case to the grand jury. Jones was indicted this morning.
I think that after consideration of all the facts, the grand jury concluded that the indictment was appropriate, regardless of the fact that a body has not been discovered as of this date.
Lori McCray has been missing since January 31st when she stopped at a store on her way home from work after midnight. Jones was already charged with using her ATM cards. He was arrested after being pulled over in McCrae's vehicle. Eyewitness News has learned blood was found inside the truck. Today, McCrae's husband made a plea to Jones to tell where her body is.
Please tell me, or tell somebody where, where she is. Right now, that's the most important thing. It's the most important thing.
Jones was already convicted of second-degree murder and in 1987 was sentenced to 20 years in prison, but served just 5 years because of gain time.
I'd like to know, and I'd like an answer on how somebody who was sentenced to 20 years for killing somebody can get out in 5 and was convicted of killing somebody. How could that be?
McCrae says he's still trying to come to grips with the loss of his wife.
You guys didn't know her. You all wish well, but if she was an angel before this happened.
McCrae says it's important to him to thank all the police and many volunteers who have helped search for his wife. Also today, State Attorney Harry Shorstein said he will prosecute this case himself. And Tom and Deb, Jones' lawyer had no comment today.
Robin, last week the sheriff said that Jones may also be a suspect in another woman whose body was found, a murdered woman that was found in Dinsmore. Did the sheriff have anything more to say about that today?
Well, today prosecutors said they were only concentrating on the McCrae case at this point. They are not linking him to that death, and that woman has still not yet been identified.
Thank you, Robin.